Hello and welcome to week 8 of our online co-rec. We're going to get started this week. It shouldn't be quite as busy as last week because we did the pre-writing and the outline. So the next step in our major essay is writing your rough draft. Remember, on the weeks that you write your rough draft, there is no reader response. So this week I really want you to focus all your writing skills and your writing attention on writing that rough draft. So let's get started. On Monday, once you watch the instructional video, I want you to read through the essay proposal. This will tell you all of the guidelines for our next essay, which is a student case study analysis. Also, make sure you pay special attention to the "you will receive a zeros if" comment, okay? Comments, I guess. Make sure you understand those clearly. There's nothing to worry about as long as you write your own essay and submit it on time. All of those "you might receive a zero if" comments or examples are things that have happened in the past, so that I have to add them now to the essay proposal. So just do your own work, submit it on time, and you have nothing to worry about. Okay. Then I want you to begin writing your student case study analysis rough draft. You are going to follow that outline that you completed last week in week 7. So for every new Roman numeral, there should be a new paragraph. All of those Roman numerals count the paragraphs of the essay. So everyone should have the same 5-paragraph essay. You'll have an introduction, you'll have background, then you'll have issues, then you'll have your recommendations. Remember, your recommendations should be things that can be put in place and to be done by Cody right now. And think of things that you would tell your friends. So you wouldn't say stop drinking because Cody's already done that. Or you wouldn't say go to rehab because Cody's already done that. So make sure you're thinking about where Cody is at the end of his story and what he can do from that moment on to turn his life around and start getting on a better, more productive path. And then, of course, your 5th paragraph is just summing it all up and then giving me a timeline. Now, the timeline shouldn't be like 2 to 5 years. It should be somewhat doable within like 6 months to a year. So make sure you're really thinking about that timeline and the things that he can accomplish within your given amount of time. Those opportunities that you are, or those ideas you are giving him to turn his life around, make sure you give him a good timeline, like 6 months, 2 months, whatever. It shouldn't be years. That's too long. All of the things that he can implement should be starting now. Okay. Tuesday, I have carefully read through your student case study analysis essay rubric. Make sure you follow that rubric so that you, or look through that rubric so you know exactly where I'm going to be taking points and what I'm looking for. Remember, for the rough draft, I'm not really looking for grammar and sentence structure. What I'm really looking for is, does your essay make sense? Is it readable? Can I understand what you're trying to express? So, or what you're trying to communicate. That's really what I'm looking for. And some of you didn't do as well on your final copy as you did your rough draft. And that's because there wasn't enough emphasis put on the grammar and punctuation. I think some of you thought, oh, I did so good on my rough draft, I really don't have much to worry about for my final copy. And you didn't make very many revisions, especially my revisions. So that cost you for your final copy. So for this one, make sure you read through that rubric and understand I am not looking for grammar. I'm just looking for the rough draft. I'm just looking to make sure that I understand what you're trying to communicate, what you're trying to express to me. Okay. Then it says submit your definition and rough draft into the Turnitin week link in the week 8 folder. We're going to actively read Peter this week. Remember, you do not need to write a reader response, but you do need to complete your active reading. And then this week in Khan Academy, we are working on commas and apostrophes. So if we get out of here, you can see that everything is listed. Oh, I didn't realize I'd made changes. So let's close this. You can see that everything has been, is here ready for you to get what you want done. I did write a student case study analysis essay for you to have as an example over Kim, the late paper. Remember, your essay is over Cody. Here's the rubric. I want you to actively read Peter. There is no reader response. This is hidden from you. I want you to focus on that rough draft. Khan Academy's apostrophes and commas. And then here's where you're going to submit your rough draft. If you have any questions, please, please, please feel free to email me. I can meet you over Zoom. I've gotten quite a few emails from students, and I love that. And I've gotten students who would rather not meet on Zoom, so they continue to make bad choices, incorrect choices, I guess, on their assignments. And I'd much rather we just meet really quickly over Zoom so I can help you clear up some of those things, some of those issues you might be having with active reading or reader responses. So we can start making those grades come up a little bit. So please, please, please don't worry about or stress about meeting on Zoom. It's actually really helpful. Anyway, that's it. Let me know if you need anything. I hope you guys have a good week, and I will see you next week. Bye, guys.